Yes, you may, by all means. I don't want you to freeze. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Be careful, be careful. Charles is very conservative. Don't be afraid to gather in the closer. Standing out here, it's nothing that helps.
Warmer in the sun anyway. We got him right here. He's the gentleman right here.
Let him do it? All right. There we go.
Yeah, for a picture.
Thank you very much.
Very careful.
Oh my gosh, there is. Yeah. You know, you're standing right on ice.
Oh, there we go. There we go. To one and all gathered here, we raise the Lithuanian flag on the occasion, the 101st occasion of their Declaration of Independence of February 16th, 1918, and the 29th anniversary of March 11th, 1990. In that spirit, we're thankful for the Lithuanians that fought for Lithuania's independence. We remember them by raising the flag. We certainly also honor the Lithuanian Americans who served over here to preserve our freedoms in this great country. In that spirit, the relative of Richard Litinskas will raise the flag in honor, and this is the first time we are honoring somebody posthumously for Richard's long years of service to the Lithuanian Club of Waterbury, the Lithuanian Cemetery Association, his association with the Knights of Lithuania and St. Joseph Church, and his pride in Lithuanian heritage. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. They'll let you know. We're halfway there. Yeah. That's a long rope. And in Lithuanian, te gyvuoja laisva Lietuva. And now please join us upstairs inside for the continuation of the ceremony. Thank you. Labas rytas, good morning to one and all. And we gathered here to celebrate the Declaration of Lithuania's independence on February 16th, 1918, as well as that redeclaration of March 11th of 1990. And to start off this morning's ceremonies, I would like to recite the Pledge of Allegiance for the United States, and then a moment of silence. So if you can stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And a moment of silence for all those Lithuanian Americans who served our country, fought for freedom, and especially this morning I'd like to remember not only Richard Litinskas, who is not with us, we're honoring him posthumously, but also we lost a very great and dear friend and activist here in Waterbury and beyond, Lisa Stokes-Velez. Thank you. Please be seated. And without further ado, I would like to have Monroe Webster come forward and present the proclamation from the City of Waterbury and say a few words, and we'll proceed from there. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? It's truly a great day. We, on behalf of the Mayor, Neil O'Leary, he is out of town at this time, and it affords me an opportunity to be able to, on occasion, stand in his place. And it really is just a pleasure to be able to be here, to represent him, to celebrate with the Lithuanian community. Each and every year we look forward to this. It's an exciting time, and we just can't say enough about the community and the things that the Lithuanians do and have done, continue to do, to lift up and raise and make Waterbury a better place. As Linus said earlier, talking about Lisa, we truly miss her. She was kind of the go-to person for myself. She was truly a friend, someone that we could reach out to at any time, anything that we needed. You know, Lisa was the person that we could talk to regarding issues going on in Brooklyn and around the city, actually. And so at this time, we do have a proclamation for Richard. On behalf of Richard, I had an opportunity to meet his, what is it, cousin by marriage? Is that what we're saying? Cousin. She's feisty. She's she's feisty, and I'm just excited for her. She said a few things as we were walking out to raise the flag that I won't repeat. I mean, nothing bad, but, you know, she was, you know, we were very careful. She didn't mix any words, you know, but I like that. We have a good time. She knows how to smile. I love to smile. I say smiling keeps you young, and I am known as one that, you know, just loves to smile, always smiling type of thing. And so it is really a privilege today to honor someone who has given so much to his community, even though he couldn't be here. Linus had indicated to me that if he were alive, he probably would not have accepted this recognition. And, you know, there are some people that are just, very reserved, kind of like to stay to themselves, work behind the scenes, people that, that do things in the community, but aren't looking for recognition as a result of that which they do. And truly, Richard was one of those people. So it is my privilege and my pleasure to be able to present this proclamation on behalf of the family. It says, whereas Richard J. Litinskas, I think I have it right? Yep. Litinskas, yes, was born July 29th, 1946, the son of the late Ignace Nick Bernice Lagauskas. He was a graduate of Wilby High School. He went many years working in the metering division at CL&P, Northeast Utilities, and until his retirement. And whereas Richard was an avid hunter and a fisherman and a skilled, not just a fly tyer, but a skilled fly tyer. That really takes a special knack to be able to tie flies. So they say he was skilled in tying flies. He enjoyed spending time outdoors. He was extremely active in the Lithuanian community, as we know, and was a board member of the Knights of Lithuania Council number 7 in Waterbury. And whereas he was a member of the Lithuanian Club, where he served on the board of directors as treasurer, and was also a member of the Lithuanian Cemetery Board of Trustees, where he also served as its treasurer. Whereas Richard was a communicant at St. Joseph's Church, and he will be greatly missed by all who were blessed to know and love him. Whereas Richard Litinskas passed away unexpectedly on Monday, January 21st, 2019, at his home, and is survived by his cousin Lisa. Now therefore, I, Neil M. O'Leary, Mayor, City of the Waterbury, do hereby proclaim March 8th, 2019, a special day of recognition for Richard Latenskas as we name him Waterbury's honorary Lithuanian mayor for the day, posthumously. Signed, Neil M. O'Leary, Mayor, City of Waterbury. While I'm standing, I also have a certificate from Senator Murphy's office, and it reads, Certificate of Accomplishment presented to Richard J. Latenskas in recognition of being named the Waterbury's honorary Lithuanian mayor for the day, posthumously. The hard work and unwavering dedication to the Waterbury Lithuanian community that Richard exhibited throughout his life is a testament to his kind and compassionate spirit. His great dedication to his community led him to serving on the board of multiple Lithuanian organizations, including the Knights of Lithuania, Council 7. Richard's role as a son, community leader, and communicant of St. Joseph's Church brought joy to all those who knew him. It is my privilege to honor Richard and to have represented him in the United States Senate. Signed, Christopher S. Murphy, United States Senator. Before I go any further, I definitely want to recognize both our police and fire representatives. They are here for each and every one of our mayors for a day, and we recognize the efforts that they put in each and every day to protect each and every one of us. And again, we thank you and we salute you. Thank you for being here.
If I would like to,
Yeah, we would have to present.
or you could stand right there.
No,
Doesn't
no,
matter.
yeah, present.
The microphone, whichever you prefer.
Okay.
Somebody want to take a picture of presenting the proclamation? Something? Yeah. Put the mic down for a moment. There you go. Oh, I do.
There we go.
Okay.
Thank you.
We can take some other pictures later as
Sure.
well. Okay.
Good morning, everybody. Is it on?
Is it
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes? Can you hear me? I don't even need it, right? No, it's not.
Oh, that's why.
Thank you all so much for coming. In full disclosure, I am Irish and Italian. That's why I am 4'11" and you're all 6 feet tall. And all of your last names end with K-A-S, right? Yes. Thank you, Linus. Thank you, Monroe. Thank you, officers, so very much. And thank you all for coming. This is such an honor. This is Rick Reynolds. This is Richie's best friend in the world, and Leon Farr, perhaps, also a co-best friend in the world. And on behalf of Richie's blood family, we are so honored and thankful for this. So just to give you a little history of who I am, I'm Lisa Lugauskas. Richie's mother was a Lugauskas. So my husband and his 3 siblings, one of whom is deceased already, grew up with Richie as brothers and sisters. So that's the blood link, but I see all of you here as the friendship link, and this is just so great to see. And if this, first of all, we're honored for the award in general, but also that it's the first posthumously awarded award, that's amazing. And I have to say, if Richie were here today, as mayor of the day, he would lower your taxes and eliminate tolls. Which is where Mayor O'Leary is today, right, Monroe?
That's right.
That's right. He's going to the Capitol to lower our taxes and no tolls in Waterbury, because this is the center of the universe.
Now, there is a sacrifice that goes along with that, which means that we probably won't be able to pick up your garbage anymore. But
I think we can live with that, Waterburyans, right? No garbage? Well, I don't know. That's a close one. We generate a lot of garbage, so. Rick, do you want to say anything on behalf of Richie?
yeah, Rick.
Rick and I have been together for all about 50 years. That's how long we've been friends. He's my daughter Megan's godfather. He's Lisa's daughter Michelle's godfather. And you would never find a more devout family man than Richard, even though he was never married, he never children. He looked at Michelle and Megan as if they were his own. He never missed a birthday, holiday, whatever. I'll miss him deeply. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you. As we can see, Richard had, and I didn't even know, cousins and people related by marriage, and Rick also a very close friend who cared very deeply about him, and he cared very deeply about a lot of us in his own way as to how he did things, how he worked behind the scenes. You asked him to do something, it was done. In fact, you didn't even have to ask him. Half the time, he'd volunteer to do something. And this was a gentleman who, over the years, grew into the Lithuanian community more and more so. He expanded his role, he kept doing, and then suddenly he's gone. The one aspect of Richard I think that none of us will forget who knew him at all was his ability to tell a story. And I'm not going to go into any here, but you could mention a topic about anything, and the next thing you know, he'd be regaling you with a tale that could be 2 minutes or 15 minutes, but he would emphasize his point. This is how well he knew not only his family's history, but also the history of Waterbury and many things Lithuanian. He was very, very, very proud of his heritage. And he would occasionally come out with some Lithuanian words, or he would say something to me that his mother or his grandmother would say, or his aunt, or somebody, or his father. I mean, even to the point where he told me the story of, nobody knew his father by the name of Ignas. They knew him by Nick. Well, they knew him by Nick because he would read books, these detective books with, I guess Nick Carter was some kind of a detective back in the day in some books. And so the time he went to the Anaconda factory to hand something over to his dad, and at the security gate he's telling him, his father's real first name, and they all looked at him like, we don't know who you're talking about, until finally somebody realized that Ignas was Nick. So that's just one little snippet. That being said, like I said, Richard was just, over the last many years, an inseparable part of our community, and did so much in that regard. And his name was brought up at our meeting, and all felt that for the first time, as Lisa said, and as everyone has mentioned, that posthumously we honor somebody. Richard was not somebody who sought out any kind of honor. He did what he did, and that was it. And in his doing, he helped the organizations in Waterbury, the Lithuanian Club, the Knights of Lithuania, and the Lithuanian Cemetery Association continue and survive to this day. Without him being as treasurer and mindful of the books, that wouldn't have happened. That's where we stand with that. So, Monroe, do we have someone here who? Aha, okay. I thought so. Yeah. I'd like to present to you Lourdes Montalvo, who I believe has a proclamation. She's from the Secretary of State's office. So without further ado, Lourdes, come forward.
Thank you, and I apologize. Can I? Thank you. And I apologize, but we are on section at the state capitol, so we are running. But Secretary Merrill wanted to send this because she definitely didn't want to let this moment pass, especially when it's a person who have done so much for their community, and it's a person that definitely is going to be remembered for a long time, and it's going to serve as a inspiration for future generations. So on behalf of the Office of the Secretary of the State of Connecticut, Secretary of the State Denise W. Matto would like to recognize Mr. Latinsky's distinguished and committed service to the Lithuanian community in the city of Waterbury. On behalf of the Office of the Secretary of the State of Connecticut, the Honorable Denise W. Matto presents this certificate in remembrance of Richard Latinsky's 2019 Waterbury Honorary Lithuanian Mayor for the Day. For his hard work, passion, and legacy, he is truly missed by family, friends, and all who know him, yet still serves as an inspiration to future generations. Denise W. Matto, March 8, 2019.
That's fabulous. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Continuing with this morning's ceremonies, I wanted to bring up one thing, and if when you're going up later on for our refreshments and cake and coffee, you take a look over there and you see that framed document, and you're saying to yourself, what is that? Well, that is a copy of that Declaration of Independence from 1918, February 16th, that they found in German archives, literally, I wouldn't say by accident, but tucked away amongst a bunch of other papers that were even numbered by the British after World War II without anybody realizing what exactly it was. And because it was written in German and Lithuanian, obviously somebody who spoke only English wouldn't have figured it out, but after a little bit of research and digging, a professor in Lithuania who had nothing to do with history, he was actually not in that was not his forte. He managed to find where it was and actually see it in person. And even the person who found it in the archives just simply took it out of the folder, unfolded it in hand, and showed it to him, and he was able to take a picture of it. And then later on, once they figured out what it was, and he knew he had the real thing, the German government has lent it to the Lithuanian Republic of Lithuania. It's on display in the capital of Vilnius. You can't take a picture of the real one, but you can go there and see it in person and get a picture taken next to it. And I actually had the privilege and honor last summer when I visited Lithuania to see it. And now a friend of ours brought this copy over back a month ago. I decided, well, let's put it in a frame. And those of you who want to take a look at it will be able to see it. And tying in with that, we have with us one of the daughters of the signers, Mr. Jonas Vileišis. His daughter Rita Vileišytė Bagdonas, who was our mayor for the day a few years ago, is here with us. And at 99 years young, she is still absolutely in great spirits. Rita, stand and take a bow. If it wasn't for patriots like her father and other Lithuanians who took the bold step, nothing would have happened in 1918. They struck while the iron was hot, as they say, and established Lithuania, and therefore where it is today, even after 50 years plus of communist rule. They rose out of the ashes, were the first ones to break away from the Soviet Union, and at the same time set a precedent, and to this day they are going forward on the path of democracy. At this time also, I'd like to recognize there, besides Rita, who was our mayor for the day, there are a couple others here for sure. I know that Leon Farr was mayor for the day. I also know that John Ambrositis was mayor for the day. Linas Venslauskas was mayor for the day. And our youngest gentleman here, Mr. Alfons Jarus, who was mayor for the day. And yes, I humbly admit myself too, but, and also Gintas Žemaitaitis sitting next to him. Like I said, I'm looking around, and Janina. I mean, yes, exactly, mayor for the day also. And every year, without fail, she shows up with her costume, national folk costume, to be at the flag raising as a symbol of Lithuania. So we thank her, we thank one and all in that regard. Just a couple words in Lithuanian. Aš tik norėčiau padėkoti visiems susirinkusiems šį rytą už dalyvavimą Lietuvos nepriklausomybės minėjime ir prisiminimu ir taip pat iškilmėse. Mes džiaugiamės, kad visi esame kartu, kad Lietuva laisva ir jei nebūtų buvę Lietuvos didvyrių, nebūtų laisvos Lietuvos. And we also must remember that March 11th is that redeclaration of Lithuanian independence. And if those people hadn't taken that bold step and the sacrifices afterwards, Lithuania wouldn't be here today, and I don't know where things would stand historically. I would also like to mention an event that will be taking place in Hartford, I believe on March 23rd. Just like last year, where we had a statewide event on March 2nd that celebrated the 100th anniversary of Lithuania's independence, this year, starting the 101st year and also the year of the World Lithuanian, there is a celebration that is taking place at Holy Trinity Church Hall on Capitol Avenue, right down the street from the Bushnell, where there will be a Lithuanian performer, there will be a dinner, and music and dancing to follow and celebration. Tickets are $25, and I'm going to point out Rasa Duling, who may be able to provide more information, or even myself, and where we can get tickets for anyone who might be interested in attending. And I know Monroe thanked our representatives from the fire and the police departments. I too, on behalf of the Lithuanian community, thank one and all of you for participating and being here. And at the same time, I would like to thank the city of Waterbury for continuing what is probably the longest standing tradition in this state, and perhaps who knows where else. We've been doing this, in my memory, since the early 1980s, without fail, every single year, to have a Lithuanian mayor for the day and a Lithuanian flag raising. I don't know of any other place. And Waterbury is fondly remembered in the annals even of Lithuanian history. If you go to the House of the Signers in Vilnius, where that document is displayed, there's even a medallion on the wall that Dr. Jonas Basanavičius brought home when he visited the United States from a society, a Lithuanian society here in Waterbury, Connecticut. So to have Waterbury's name in the Capitol in that building, in that room, is a very special place to be. And we thank all those Lithuanians who made Waterbury what it was and what it is and what it will continue to be, a great city, a great place. And if I'm not missing anything and not forgetting something, I would like to ask all of you to take a moment to stand. I will try to lead the Lithuanian national anthem, but I'm sure with a few good voices out there, I won't be a rude solo. And then we will follow that up with a verse of God Bless America, which Monroe was even asking, and I've often wondered why God Bless America. It seems to me that they never did the national anthem, but the Lithuanians who came over always felt that God blessed America, and it was a country of such, so that they had the opportunity here to establish new lives and continue forward, and therefore they always sang it. So that's what we'll do. If we can ask everybody to stand, if you can. If you can't, that's all right. And we'll do the Lithuanian national anthem, and we will do God Bless America, and you know, and that will be it for this morning's ceremonies. Let me see if I can find that just to be on the safe side. Lietuva tėvynė mūsų, tu didvyrių žemė, ir iš praeities tavo sūnus ten stiprybę semia. Tegul tavo vaikai eina vien takais dorybės, tegul vietos tavo naudai ir žmonių gerybei. Tegul saulė Lietuvos tamsumus prašalina, ir šviesa, ir tiesa mūsų žingsnius telydi. Tegul meilė Lietuvos dega mūsų širdyse, vardan tos Lietuvos vienybė težydi. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Ačiū visiems susirinkusiems. Thank you one and all who have joined us this morning. And at this time, I invite everyone to enjoy refreshments, a piece of Lithuanian decorated cake, and take a look at the document over there and socialize a little bit. And that's that. And I thank you, Lisa. I thank you, Rick. And again, we thank Richard for his service to the community. Even though he's not here physically with us, he will be remembered. Thank you. Ačiū labai visiems.